Hey, this is Wolf from Armoury-Terrain, and since you clicked on this video, I guess you're interested in learning how to make a 1950s retro futuristic style laser pistol, because that's what we're building today. As you can see, the stylish shapings, very much reminiscent of the 50s, and our main ingredients for this is a soft drink bottle and a toy gun. So I'll now show you how to make one of these. And remember, pew pew. Hey, this is Wolf from Armoury-Terrain. And when the aliens are coming, you need some way to protect yourself. Humanity first and all that. You could reach for a store-bought blaster. Doesn't really fit the hand. I guess it looks the part. But you guys are here to watch me build a laser pistol, not use a store-bought one. Although sometimes harvesting pieces of store-bought guns can be useful, this one in fact will become one of my new laser guns, maybe. So, to start with, I found some really cool Schweppes bottles at my local Woolworths. I mean, let's look at it. It's just got the right shape. It could just about be a laser gun. And luckily this raspberry has 0 sugar. Doesn't improve the taste, but it helps the old lack of waistline. Now that that's empty, we've got the label to get rid of. Now luckily these are paper labels, so 5-10 minutes soaking in water and they just peel straight off with no residue. And, being that the paper instead of the old plastic ones, they've got to be better for the environment, right? Now, the problem with using a bottle as the basis for the gun is that bottles are soft and they deform. And I thought, what can I possibly stick in there to make it go nice and hard? Now, my first thought was expanding foam. It looks like a great thing, expands 3 times the size that you want it. When I tested it in this bottle and let it go with the lid on, it stayed nice and hard, a little bit soft at the top there, but it's air drying, isn't it? So you can't seal it in and expect it to go off, which is a pity because that's actually really solid. No. So anyway, cut the bottom of my bottle off, and this was out to here before I collapsed it. Now, unfortunately, my bottle, it's still all squishy. Which, if it was just a wall hanger, would be fine. But since it's actually got to be used and posed with, I've got to do something to fix it. So my next step is to paper mache the inside of this bottle using wood glue and just normal tissues. Now that's going to be a bit of a process, so I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do that. But once I've done that, we'll come back and we'll cut up this store-bought toy. We don't need the barrel and we don't need the 6-cylinder chamber. So I'm going to take that part off and just use the handle, keeping the trigger intact, to work on the gun. So let me paper mache this bottle and I'll show you what we do next. When we last spoke, I was going to paper mache the inside of the bottle. This I have done. I also then glued some floor mat strips along the length of it, and then I broke down and I used this Space Invader expanding foam anyway. So hopefully nothing bad's going to happen to the rest of this bottle. I've cut the screw bit off the top of the bottle. You can see the difference there. So the next thing we need is a handle. Now we're going to use one of these toy guns as a handle. It's not quite big enough for my hand, but for a normal sized person it kind of fits. So we're going to cut this part off, leaving us with this much. And why have I left this much of the cylinder? It's so it still clicks with the mechanism. Okay, the next thing you need to do is go and eat a container of fruit salad or 2 fruits or pears or whatever. Once you've done that, you'll have the plastic container, which isn't rubbish. We're going to use it for this. So what we're doing is cutting a hole in the back of it there, so the back of the gun inserts into it like this, and the mechanism can fire through that hole. Now this puts it on a bit of a slant, which means the back of your bottle also has to be cut on an angle so they even out. So like this. Otherwise your bottle will end up pointing downwards, and that'll look silly for a laser gun. So this is what we've got so far. So that'll all get hot glued together. Then, looking through my bits box, I found a whole stack of these. These are plastic discs that you get on the top of angle grinder flap discs to hold them in the box. So I'm going to use 2 of these. The first one I'm going to glue with hot glue straight onto the end of the bottle. Give me a cool little dish. Then I'm going to get a piece of PVC pipe and cut 2 centimeters worth of it. So bottle, plastic cover, pipe, second plastic cover, and then we're going to cut a dowel down to size till it's about this long. And to make it look interesting on the end, I'm just using a wooden bead. So once that's all done, the pistol will get undercoated in either a white or a grey primer, so it etches into the plastic. And then I think a classic grey gun, like Marvin the Martian would use, has to be red. So that's what I've painted it. Red. So this is a finished version. I should have a second one of these by the time you see this video. And yeah, this is my gun, my disruptor. As you can see, I've painted the main thing red with a black accent on the base, then a copper handle and a black grip, and most importantly, it still clicks. So when you go pew 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 pew, you get the click sound as well. So this is Wolf from Armoury-Terrain, showing you how to make a laser gun, 50s retro futuristic style, out of rubbish and a toy gun. So guys, as you can see, you can make something from nothing, and go out and make something.